Mr. Shab, sorry for your loss. We're spending your life.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Bapaverse. Let's just jump into the show. Let's talk about Jay Mohr discovering the TFATK fans. So Jay Mohr, as some of you guys know, he's the guy that slapped old Squeal Pig Squeal Bert Kreischer. And so about a month ago, he went on the Fighter and the Kid podcast. I say it was quite positively received by most of the fans. Based off of the comments down below on the video here, like most of them are like the best TFATK episode in a long time with 59 likes, and it keeps going on. Pretty funny show. Now, Jay Mohr points out that he might have seen a clip from somewhere, and he does read the comments, and he says this about the fans.
I had so much fun last time, and you guys, George and Chin, do a good job of like editing the clips and everything. It made it real easy for me to.
Georgie does all the clips.
Georgie does it all, and but then I'm like, you know, I'd post it, co-post it, we collaborate. Then I'm reading the comments. I was like, do your fans like you?
Oh, us?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
it's like I was like, oh, I remember this world.
Well, those aren't fans.
It's a hate-love relationship with the fans, with those two guys.
They're listening and posting.
Well, exactly. They're listeners.
You specifically, I'm like, all Brandon does is fucking try to help others and mind his own business.
But they don't know that.
Yeah,
they
do.
they just
do though.
They just think he's cocky football player. And...
Oh, we do know. Whenever Brendan does something really nice, he tells us.
I'm buying my mother-in-law a house. She's the best grandma in the world. She has no idea this is happening. So I want to thank the fans out there for making this possible. To the haters too. You motivate me more than you know. But I love you guys. Mama, this is your house.
So that's how they.
I don't think that's it. I think
Football player, huh?
Well, you mean
What is that? It's a slight rip there from Brian, because he knows damn well Brennan did not have an NFL career.
Man, you almost did the NFL, right?
Yeah, so I had a cappuccino with the Buffalo Bills, and then they're like, we're all set on slow white guys. They're like, say less. You mean when I stopped playing 20 years ago?
Back in the day,
yeah.
You know?
I do think that if people saw the shit you do behind the scenes, they'd be like, oh.
I don't think it'd matter.
No, I don't think
No, they wouldn't care.
No, those people can't win.
Some people just hate you. Care. Some people hate you for no
You know what? You know what, Reggie?
It's rewind time.
I do think that if people saw the shit you do behind the scenes, they'd be like, oh.
Don't go to the bathroom there because you piss in the sink.
Where?
What? They said that
you know, the subreddit, the Fighter and the Kid subreddit knows Brendan. They follow him like Jim Carrey in the Truman Show, right? Brendan is living in his own Truman Show. And we all know what's up with Brendan. There's no lie about it. There's no way of denying that. He's quite a fascinating, and he's also very funny on accident at times, which the people can kind of take from and make fun of and have fun with.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah! Just hold me down, okay?
Jay Mohr, I feel like he doesn't understand the hate, because I feel like he doesn't get hate. He's quite moderate. I would say he doesn't really get much hate. I've never seen a lot of Jay Mohr hate. I mean, the only thing they like about him is that he talked about slapping Bert Kreischer.
And he said, that's funny, my dick's so big, she had to get an episiotomy before having sex with me. And I didn't know what an episiotomy was. And I said, what's an episiotomy? And she whispered it in my ear. And I started laughing, and I was like, shut the fuck up. That happened to you? And she was like, yeah. And he just smacked me. He was like, don't you ever talk to my wife like that. And I was like, what?
And that's what they seem to enjoy, like people that, I guess, they don't hate them, but they find them annoying, and then they get, I guess they get their little bit of their comeuppance in life for being a certain way. They can dig that, and that's like how it was like last week with Brandon and Alex Stein. Alex Stein isn't a very well-loved person on both ends, but people can like that part of Alex Stein and his little comedic tomfoolery and ambushing Brandon and naming the waters, as they say.
Here, I'm with the man. I'm with with the king himself, Brendan Shaw. Brendan, I'm not Roy Nelson. I'm not gonna hurt you. I love you.
I'll be honest, when I watched the episode, the first episode, and then this other episode that they did together recently, I feel like Jay Mohr does try to bring in the comedy, and Brennan and Brian are still, they're still on their, that's us, like this is our style. And even Jay is like, oh, you guys are talking about the weather, or you guys are talking about the politics. I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something more fun. Let's talk about old stories.
This is where I'm like, when you were talking about politics earlier, I just tapped out completely because
Sure.
it's
exhausting.
it just doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't.
And, you know, that's where it gets dicey for Brian and Brendan. They tell the same story sometimes, and some of the people feel like they're not true, especially the one with him and Brendan talking about him meeting Michael Irving.
Michael Irving, we hung out
big
together.
hands.
So I go to a SB like Super Bowl party with Tim Tebow. We walk in, and then Michael Irvin's there, like surrounded by a ton of people. You know, he's the life of the party. Like, and he sees me and goes, "Shab, get over here, baby." I'm like, "Oh, what's up, baby?" You know, and there's all these people. Go to grab his hand, and he grabs my head, folds me down, and kisses the top of my head in front of everybody.
How do you know him, Dick?
We did the tournament together, the charity tournament together.
The people on the subreddit find like certain patterns that Brendan does when he's telling a story about certain somebody or certain celebrity. I downvote Cake Days says, check famous celebrity, check tons of people around, check Bapa yelled for my name, check Tim Tebow, check tons of people around, check Super Bowl, check fidgeting while trying to think up details. Tiger Cullen with this comment here says, here he is telling the story with the classic B-shot mention.
This is a funny story about Michael. I was at a party with Tim Tebow. We went to this Super Bowl party.
By the way, this story could not start any better.
Oh, wow. All right.
Right now, I mean, this is a 10 out of 10.
There you go, Super Bowl party. Little change of the story there.
We did the tournament together, the charity tournament together. Party, he knows me from my fighting days, and at the time I was still fighting. I walk in this party, and there's like, you know, the who's who, the Deion Sanders, you know, Charles, the who's who, and I walk in front of everyone. He goes, "Be sharp," and I'm like, I don't want attention. I'm like, oh no, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And instead of going for a high five, he grabs my head, pushes me down, and kisses me on top of the head in front of everyone. I was so embarrassed.
Sounds about right. We've been there.
That's how we've told.
When he pushed him down, he did this.
Like Kobayashi.
Mr. Shab.
All right, next one. This is about Erik Griffin. Seems like he has a problem with YouTube. Let's just jump right into the clip. This clip is called Montez blames the YouTube algorithm for 1,000 people watching of 71K subs. Meanwhile, 1.8 million views with 1.8 million subs. All right, let's watch this clip.
Dude, who you telling? Somebody in this chat just said, over 71,000 subs and only 100 viewers. Who you telling, man? That's exactly how I feel. I don't know. Where is everybody? They just don't come live, you know? They'll watch it later. I mean, the YouTube algorithm, I mean, if you want to talk about it, like, I don't know what it is. It's like I don't think they allow people to go viral anymore. I don't think they're letting, like, here, you know, 71,000 people said, "Oh, you know what? I'm interested in you." So boom. And then YouTube goes, "Okay, I know these people are interested in you, but we're not going to tell them." I'm like, "Hey, I'm here." Well, we're not going to really announce it. We're not going to get it to them because, you know, so it's like you have to pay for that. I don't know. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, man.
So they show here a clip of Theo Vaughn getting 1.8 million views and having 1.8 million subscribers. So that kind of, it's a similar, right? You have the same amount, and in the same amount, everybody, all your subscribers watch it. Now that's, it's a tricky thing. Like if you don't make content on YouTube, I'd say he's a little disappointed with how he's not a draw. Basically, he's not that entertaining. But when he does bring on certain people, he does get like 100K, 50K. But he's just not appealing to a lot of people, but he does have the subscriber count. There's a difference between having people just subscribe to you, right? And then like sometimes people just see you upload it, but they're like, I don't feel like Erik Griffin today. Like most of Eric's recent uploads are like live shows, and his like regular podcast or whatever, they do like 10K, 5K. When he does bring up different comedians and stand-ups, he does like 50 or 100. But then when it's just himself, it's like a 10K, whatever, right? So I can understand he's a little butthurt by that, but that's just YouTube, man. It's just whether or not people that really like you, they're going to find you. And and then YouTube does be like, okay, here it is. But they don't really shout it out to you because you're probably also subscribed to like 100 different channels that are like, well, I guess you don't really like Erik, so why are we going to show you Erik all the time, right?
Look.
See, and that one with Theo, it has like Tom Segura. So of course, like if you bring another popular comedian like Tom Segura also makes the same amount of numbers as Theo. Maybe not as much, but he does pull in like big numbers, and he has like a podcast network. So there's like obvious like a way more bigger fan base on both of these two guys, and then when they come together, it's just combined. Now, when it's Erik, it's like, okay, 10, 20, 30, maybe might follow you, to another show that you're appearing in. So, like, Erik, chill out.
Where is everybody?
Where's paying your life?
Even Bapa thinks that Erik ain't doing so well in his view count. Here's this one post that I saw on the subreddit. Bapa gives his brilliant view on why the new Flash movie didn't do well, and then gives some praise to Erigg's solo podcast.
I saw you were doing it on Riffing with Griffin. Did you break down Flash?
I'm doing it tomorrow.
Because it's eating dick at the box office. You know why?
It is?
Oh, you know why? Because it's Flash.
Wait, hold
and
on.
only gay kids were into Flash as a kid.
Hold on. Flash is bombing?
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Let's see. Really?
Well, because it's Flash, right?
Yeah, but
Not
it's
the reason.
No, it is.
that's
though.
not the reason. Because
Who
they got-
wanted to? Who was into
Nobody
Flash?
knew about Guardians of the Galaxy till it came out.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Am I right, Erik?
Hold on. Oh, wow. I didn't think it was going to.
Let me tell you.
Wow.
Yeah,
What
you'll
I
be
don't
okay.
appreciate, and I'm going to talk about this further on Riffing with Griffin.
Yeah, but more people listen.
The thing about that, it's a lot of movies that are kind of flopping right now. A lot of people don't seem to want to go to theaters right now.
Here though, right?
Even The Machine flopped. All the movies are kind of not doing so well right now.
Yeah. But
So
fuck
break
you.
it down here though.
But Ezra Miller is he's got a little bit of baggage, right? Like, seen those videos of him just like choking people out. He's all crazy like at one point, and then now he's trying to get rehab and stuff, and he's gonna pull that Chris D'Elia apology.
No, but the
For
thing,
the 7 of you that are gonna listen, no, I'm just kidding.
Let's go back.
let me tell you.
Wow.
Yeah,
What
you'll
I
be
don't
okay.
appreciate, and I'm going to talk about this further on Riffing with Griffin.
Yeah, but more people listen here though, right?
Ooh,
break it down.
that.
No, but the
For
thing,
the 7 of you that are gonna listen, no, I'm just kidding.
He's close. It's 100 though. 130 more. Kind of undershot there, but yes, it's seems like Erik is a little butthurt by that. And like, dude, come on, chill out. I get it. You've been in movies, you've been in Workaholics, and now your popularity is low on YouTube, and it kind of hurts the ego a bit, right? You think you're a lot more popular than you think you are. But yeah, I mean, maybe do better things. Try something new.
where is everybody?
Let's look at Eric's, because I mentioned that some of the ones that he was with, like Erik, like Rick Glassman, 30K, still not good. An older Rick Glassman, a year ago, 56. What's his the most he's done? Which one did I see? Oh, here, Andrew Santino, 130, 2 years ago though. Even when he wasn't in the golden hour, he was still racking up 10K, 6K. So I would have thought that people had problems with him teaming up with Chris D'Elia, and Chris D'Elia has baggage as well that people don't like, and people have mentioned to Erik Griffin, like, why do you do it? Is it because of the money? And Erik is like, nope. So, you know, you would think that maybe he did get like a little bit, like, cause now he's got like 5K, oh, not even 1,000 on this one. He's just a regular YouTuber. But look, it's not so bad. Like 5 months ago, from a short, and now he's just doing lives. 6 days ago, reaching almost 5K. 13 almost reaching 5K. But like live is tougher. It's just more tough. Maybe it just doesn't appeal to more people. People just watch his show a little bit and just hop off. Who knows how big? I mean, he's just doing still like good numbers, all things considered, for like low tier YouTuber, right? You know, even some Twitch streamers get that. They get that amount, and it's pretty good for them. But he thinks he should be bigger. I think that's the bigger thing that he's like aching for, or like he thinks that he should have or deserve, is be seen by more, be more popular. But that's just how things are, man.
Where's paying your life?
Okay, guys, last one. Theo Von posted on his Instagram like probably like 2 days ago that his episode with Rosanne Barr got taken off from YouTube. It was removed for hate speech. Now, then Elon says comedy is legal on this platform. So it's you know, it's kind of funny to say that, Elon, because earlier you had some sort of problem, or it's gonna be a new thing that's happening on Twitter. Look, honestly, I'm not on Twitter, but when I hear this type of things, I'm like, what's going on? Like, why is it getting worse now? Like, now you have to pay $8 or like a subscription something, and then also get like limited amounts of tweets or whatever you can see. Here's this video kind of explaining it more than I can.
Musk, a new policy change has been implemented. Musk tweeted that a new temporary limits policy is being used. Under the new policy, verified accounts can read up to 6,000 posts a day. Non-verified accounts can only read 600 tweets. So once a user reaches that limit, they won't be able to see any more tweets for the day.
Now here's the clip that got removed. It's from I found in TMZ. They were able to find the clip or save the clip. Rosanne Barr, son defends comments denying the Holocaust. She's being sarcastic. Oh, so it's a joke. You know, it's funny because every time we hear from Rosanne, it doesn't sound like a joke. Like, if it's a bit, like, haha, this is made up, or haha, the election was rigged, or haha, like, it's just like, or like Alex Jones, you know, saying there's crisis actors, and you know, show that it's true, right? Like, you know, for the majority, they like to play on the, well, you know, it's conservatives, they're getting attacked, and we're always the victims and whatnot. But it's like, dude, like, it's YouTube. This is like, they got rules. Like, when I upload things, I know they're gonna be like removed if I talk about a certain things, or like, you know, hate on something, like discriminate or hate. Those are the rules of YouTube. Like, if you want to make money, like Theo makes money on YouTube, you have to follow the guidelines and the rules so you can get ads and get paid for the views that you get. If you risk that, or you don't follow certain guidelines, then they're not gonna want to make profit from you, because that's not what advertisers want. That's just the bottom line of things. Like, advertisers are the ones that pay the creators, not YouTube directly, not Google directly. It's advertisers that put sponsors in the beginning of the video and mid rolls and blah blah blah. So that's the reason why they don't want that. Like, remember when the adpocalypse, like, there was like the ISIS video with like a Coca-Cola ad. Like Coca-Cola doesn't want to sponsor ISIS. That was the main point of the adpocalypse. That's what a lot of sponsors, a lot of advertisers dipped, because they don't want to be associated with that.
And that is the truth. And nobody died in the Holocaust either.
No.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
It should happen. 6 million Jews should die right now because they cause all.
Okay, see, this is where she messes up. Like, this is not serious. Like, this is not a joke. Theo kind of tries to, like, make it into a joke, but it's obviously it's like too dark, and it's hard to get out of that position.
The problems in the world, but it never happened. But it never happened.
Yeah.
Mandated.
Well, because you're part Jewish, right? Part of your family's Jewish?
I'm all Jewish.
You're all Jewish.
100%.
And a lot of Hollywood is Jewish, yeah? It's like a lot of Hollywood is a Jewish business, really. Well, they started Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right. But so was it weird
Just
that...
like rap. Black people started rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that mean? Yeah, black people started rock and roll. Yeah, what else? Brazilians or whatever, Mexicans started soccer. Like, what?
So I wouldn't go over there and try to get in rap and go, all these black people, go on Saturday Night Live like Dave Chappelle. I'm just saying a lot of black people are in control of rap.
Right.
Hello? Well, you went there. You
Yeah.
try to get in show business. Of course it's Jewish. But, and people should be glad that it's Jewish too, because if Jews were not controlling Hollywood, all you'd have was fucking fishing shows.
Yeah.
So that's the joke, right? Like,
But, and people should be glad that it's Jewish too, because if Jews were not controlling Hollywood, all you'd have was fucking fishing shows.
Yeah.
yeah, they don't like you because you're not Jewish, or in rapping, they don't like you because you're not black. Well, what's the joke there? I don't understand it. I think she's just making a statement there, and for the people that are trying to defend it, it's like, yeah, it is what it is. Maybe next time, I don't know, Theo has to kind of cut that piece out if he doesn't want it to get flagged by YouTube, because he could just put it out there, doesn't get, there's no problem with it, still getting sponsored, and then boom, they rewatch it and they find that a certain part of the clip, and it gets entirely gets removed. I had my video of like the one with Mark Harley and his wife, and they're just like, oh, we're just gonna remove it, but they didn't give me a strike. So they're kind of like, okay, we know we just did, you didn't mean it, so based off the new rules that we did, like, we're gonna have to remove that video. So I could be like, okay, whatever, at least I didn't get a strike or whatever. For Theo, I feel like, okay, maybe giving him a strike was a little too rough, because it is like he is doing a comedy show, and if Rosanne goes a little nuts, God damn it! It's like, well, hopefully he's probably thinking like, hopefully it kind of slips right through, and they kind of see it as a joke, but they didn't see it that way, so they were like, nope, that one was pretty tough, so we're gonna give you a strike. You can't upload for a week or whatever. But look, it's gonna get taken off. And just hopefully he doesn't bring in like very much like controversial or sort of cancelable people that will just say something crazy and not expect for them to say something crazy, because they do that shit all the time. And for her son to be like, yeah, she was just being funny. And then if you guys want to watch the whole context, they do put the whole context there. But to say that, oh, like it didn't happen, but they should be killed now, that's crazy, dude. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
It just, yeah, it stuns me, man. It's a hard position. It's just like so crazy that she did that, and now like they're like, oh wow, it's censorship. You can't say anything nowadays.
We're spending your life.
I don't know, guys. I'm gonna end this right here because it's such a weird thing that happened to Theo, but it's no surprise that it was Rosanne that did that. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.